just away from Dorset's Jurassic coast is one of the greatest concentrations of wild deer in the British Isles. They are the seeker herds around Lulworth, and they are a huge draw for both local and foreign stalkers. But why make life easy for ourselves? Today I am with professional deer stalker Carl Harrison of Devon Stalking, and he is after roebuck. Happily, the open country here means it's not long before he finds one.
Yeah, we've got a very nice potential middle class roebuck out in front of us, down out in the field just here. What we're doing at the moment is we've got a good backstop. We're just waiting for him just to clear some of the vegetation that's in the way. When that's obviously clear, the wind's in our favour, we'll take the shot.
Got the shot, didn't he?
He's straight down.
Yeah, we had the buck in sight for quite a while. There was a few concerns about the backstop, so we waited until he sort of cleared the unsafe zone there, and then eventually a shot presented itself. It was a lovely broadside on shot, probably about 130 yards off the quad sticks. We took him nice and cleanly. He fell to the shot. There was no run, so we're pretty confident there was a good strike right through the heart there.
Carl shoots 180 grain soft points in .308, and the big, slow bullet went straight through the animal, causing terminal damage along its path.
If it misses the shoulder, if it's just going to punch through flesh, and it will come out the other side straight away. This boy here, tonight, we've come through the shoulder, perfect placement on the side of the animal, and actually come out front shoulder edge. So it just goes to show, as soon as it hits that carcass, it can come out anywhere it wants to.
This story is all about bullets. Are you torn between fast-travelling polymer tips which shatter on impact causing instant death, and punchy soft points which mushroom on impact causing instant death? Well, now there is a new kind of bullet, a polymer tip that promises the benefits of a soft point. Winchester Extreme Point deer season is specially designed for deer. Of course, they promise massive knockdown power and precision accuracy, who doesn't? We will be putting that to the test. First up, why are they different?
With the polymer tip, you're getting a good strike and getting that little bit of penetration first before the expansion starts. That's what the polymer tip's there obviously designed to do. But with the soft points, you're getting a lot more controlled expansion. It's a lot slower in the animal, and great results at the end.
I am keen to try these cartridges on deer. First, however, let's test them for accuracy. Carl takes me to a shooting range on Dartmoor, near where he does most of his stalking. And who should be there to try out the Winchester Extreme Points but Jamie Chandler, the shooter with no hands, normally on our airgunning show Airheads, who is learning stalking and big bore basics with Carl.
This is utterly the first 3 shots I've ever taken.
How was it?
It was extraordinary. I was told a couple of years back that the recoil was like a goose cartridge or a wildfowl cartridge in its end ball. And it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. And because I've got girly little shoulders, I always thought that would actually be the stopping point. But honestly, it's no worse than a spring air gun.
Are you hiding a sissy pad underneath that?
No, I'm not hiding it. It's actually,
it's visible.
It's just coming out now as we speak.
Well, why is it underneath that green coat then? Why are you not loud and proud about your sissy pad, saying, I didn't think I was going to cope with the recoil? What's going on?
Well, because obviously coming out does take time. You don't want to rush into these things. Some people, there's just a little bit of prejudice out there, as we're experiencing with you. You're calling it a sissy pad. In fact, it's a recoil pad for gentlemen. And so, as you can see, I'm coming out slightly, but not too much.
So, behind me, walking up, see the deer. Okay, so I'll put the hand down the deer. I'll open the six. There. Okay, when you're happy, chamber around. Okay, we're now live. Remember what I said to you, you could get a bit of flip here, so take hold of the rifle. Yes. Get back on him. And stop there, safety up. Right then. Okay, unload.
Jamie goes through novice shooting and stalking instruction with Carl.
He needs to know that when we come to that situation, how he's going to react, where I'm going to tell him to stand, how he places the rifle from his shoulder and place it onto the sticks, and then the words of command he may receive after the shot has actually been released.
I'm always worried about how people teach me, because people tend to applaud and other things because I can do it. I don't learn anything from them. They see me doing it and they go, that's fantastic. What Carl's done, which is kind of unique for me, and there's only a few people who do it, is actually just look at what I do without seeing me with no hands or whatever. Just see me as somebody trying to put bullets into a target which is accurate enough to drop a deer, and he's done it. The man's a legend.
Jamie even gets to try a fellow shooter's rifle, an Accuracy International AT 7.62. It's all go on the big bore front today. Back to the bullet, Jamie shows that Winchester's extreme point shoots straight even in the hands of a newcomer to shooting. Now we want to see its effect on deer. We leave Jamie and Carl in Devon and head to my home county of Somerset. I'm going to stake out a broadleaf plantation in front of the old railway line.
It is a perfect evening, late July t-shirt, stalking position. This is English roebuck at its best.
That was day one, nothing doing. Day two sees me back in the same place, and it is not until day three, when I bring my dad as a spare pair of eyes, that I see the buck I have come to shoot. Unfortunately, it is off camera by the time I squeeze the trigger, and Dad's on binos, not cameras, so you'll have to take my word for it.
Straight through the shoulder, and then on the other side came out slightly far back. It was slightly quartering onto us, but clearly completely destroyed its heart, so it was going nowhere.
Now think back to the start of this item when we talked about the difference between polymer tips and soft points. The Winchester Extreme Point is a polymer tip, so I am expecting it to be light and fast like a polymer tip bullet should be, but then to shatter on contact with the deer, causing instant trauma, but a lot of meat damage. Well, dead this deer is, but meat damage there is not. Just like Carl's soft point, the Winchester Extreme Point goes right through the animal. There, the benefits of a soft point with the ballistics of a polymer tip. It's a match made in, well, if not heaven, certainly Devon. You can find Devon Stalking on Facebook. For more about Winchester's new cartridge, visit bit.ly/extremepoint.